Hey folks, it's Vic Noble here with your weekly trade example for the week ending Friday, April the 13th, 2012. I'm going to start this week's video by showing you a very cool email that I got from one of our London closed trade members, Martin, who lives in the UK. But before I do this, this picture right here is of Mount Rainier, just outside of Seattle, Washington, and Shirley Hudson lives right near here. She's very familiar with this mountain, has lived there all a long time, and has hiked up part of it and all that. And for those of you that are familiar with our London Closed Trade webinars, you've seen this image before. As it says, Mount Rainier is 14,411 feet high, and Shirley's written one of her favorite proverbs right here: money grows in a tree of persistence. Now, I want you to see this email that from Martin. It was on April the 10th, just a couple days ago. Hi Shirley, I've noticed in all the webinars that you refer to Mount Rainier, 14,411 feet high, and the proverb, money grows in a tree of persistence. Well, today, with sheer persistence, you reached the top of the mountain because your LCT pip count reached this figure. Isn't that something else? He related to Shirley's total pip count to the height of the mountain that Shirley always shows. I thought that was pretty cool. Well done, Shirley. On behalf of all LCT members, I'd like to congratulate you on reaching this remarkable achievement. You have worked hard and are dedicated to what you do as well as enjoying what you do. Your continued support to your members is much appreciated. You are always available to help others achieve their separate goals. You find it no effort to share your experiences in order for your members to succeed. Keep up the good work. Best wishes, Martin in the UK. And really, Martin, thank you so much, by the way, if you're listening to this. But anyway, this week we're not going to look at any charts. Martin's email inspired me to talk about something else. There are other aspects to trading that are more important than technical setups and trading systems, at least for most people. You know, I can give great systems and trading approaches to people, things that are being used to make a killing for some people. Yet others don't get anything going with it. So why is that? Well, you know, I've had the good fortune of being a futures broker for 5.5 years, and in the last 6 years working with so many aspiring forex traders, coaching them, and all of this has left me very familiar with the attributes of a successful trader versus non-successful. And this idea of persistence is huge, right? What does it mean to what does persistence mean? Well, what I found it to mean is that you have a worthy goal in mind and you don't quit until you've achieved that goal. You have to persist, and you have to find out exactly how it is that you're going to achieve that goal. Okay? And you know, you'll have to have an honest look under the hood, and that'll lead to all sorts of questions and things like focus and dedication, an open mind and a willingness to learn, okay, and a commitment to following the path of successful traders, and find out how they became that way. See what their habits are and see how you differ. So you can see that there's lots to consider, but the really good news is that we all have the ability to direct our conscious mind in a direction that puts us in alignment with the goals that we're trying to achieve. Right? It makes sense? I can tell you something. Every single person that I've worked with who has become successful was not that way when they started off. Not one of them. Mike Podwodski, who you guys might remember from a webinar course that he and I did a few years ago. He blew up several accounts over several years before he got going. Maybe some of you have had that happen. And then he became involved in the Coach's Corner, and he embraced the information he was learning, and he made some changes in his approach that were causing some self-sabotage, and he subsequently became a very good trader. In fact, I've recently been in correspondence with him. He's still doing well. He's going to be coming on the Coach's Corner as a guest in the next couple of weeks to share his experiences and help our developing traders. You know, Dave Deming, another shining example of persistence, another Coach's Corner member. He started off with all the same problems that most people have. Nobody to really talk to about his trading, no clear direction, all that kind of stuff. He has made a bigger study of himself than anything else. The results of it all is that his trading has been really commendable. I mean, I know these last couple of years have been his best years of trading so far. And again, he didn't quit. He figured out what he needed to do, and he did it. By the way, Dave wrote a book on the whole thing called Driving Your Way to Success. Really cool. Just go to forexmentor.com/driving. I think you'll find it there. But anyway, and then there's Calvin Thornley. I don't know what to say about him. He makes his living trading, but all because he persisted and he figured out exactly what to do. I don't think I've met a more complete trader than Calvin. He's unbelievable, and he's been instrumental in helping other Coach's Corner members in becoming better traders too. And of course, hey, I have to mention Shirley herself. I mean, I met Shirley in 2006, and she too struggled for 2 or 3 years. But you talk about determined and persistent. I mean, she just would not accept that she couldn't do it. I remember, wondering if she was ever going to make it. No, she never wondered. She knew, and she figured out what worked for her. This is where the London closed trade strategy came from, out of what she got focused on. And of course, her results are now off the map. Really incredible. Now, is it all about persistence only? Well, no. I mean, that's not all of it. You still need to have a good trading methodology and all that kind of stuff. But I can tell you something. Persistence is a huge, huge part of the puzzle. And without it, you won't make it. Okay, and in fact, you won't make it in anything else that you want to do either, right? Without persistence. I don't care if it's learning to ride a bike or fly an airplane or run a marathon or bake a pie. You got to have persistence. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that for this session. The message here, though, is that the only way that you're going to make it in anything that you want to do is through persistence. All right. So, and that part's up to you. So you got to get out there and do it. All right. You guys have a great weekend. I'll be back at the end of next week with another weekly trade example / lesson. Thanks so much.